What's up everybody? So today we're finally going to fix the 370Z. Now you might be saying, well, what's broken with the car? Nothing exactly is broken, just the trunk has been the annoying thing with this car. When I made the video of things I hate about the car, I said that the trunk was just very annoying. Every single time I go to open it, I have to press the button, lift the trunk up, press it again. It drives me crazy. And then with the exhaust system, there's some type of rattle back here whenever I floor it around 4,000. So first things first, I actually do have to get some grocery shopping done. Need to get a few things. So we'll hit up the store, that way I can actually show you what the trunk does, and then we'll hopefully fix it. Now the rattle's around the 4,000 RPM mark. All right, so I got some groceries, and here is the annoying thing. Press the button, you think the trunk is ready? Nope, gotta press it again. And the reason why that is annoying because, yeah, I'm the person who grabs all the groceries in one hand and carries them. But now, of course, had to put both hands down with everything to get the trunk open, so kind of annoying. And look at that, 60 bucks worth of groceries fits nicely. The Z is definitely the ultimate grocery getter. Alright, home again. Got all the groceries. So the trunk issue with the car, which like 95% of you with the 350s and 370s agree and said that you had the same issues, which kind of sucks. But anyway, here's the annoying thing. Press the button, you hear it pop, nothing happens. And a lot of people had said, well, why don't you just use your other hand to then open up the trunk and make it easier, but my other hand most likely is holding all the groceries, so it's not really too practical to do that. But anyways, let's get these things out and then work on something. So the two things we're gonna work on today is showing you how to remove the weight that is actually inside the trunk lid, and then doing what so many people recommend, which is the penny trick in these little springs to make these a little bit stronger. And I've already actually removed this weight. I did this a few weeks ago because I thought it would help. It worked for one whole day and then the trunk was back to doing what it was. But regardless, I will show you at least how to do that, and then we'll see if the pennies can work. So this is really easy to do. All you gotta do is pop these up, and then there's a 10mm bolt. We'll remove them, and then this whole thing just pops right off. So this is the inside of it. It's just a bunch of these little pop tabs. And then it kind of just locks into here a little bit. And that weight is bolted right here. You can see the 4 holes for it. Now when I originally took the weight off, I did notice that the rattling in the trunk stopped a little bit, just because that would obviously make it to where these springs are a little bit more effective. So I don't know really what the rattling was, but something kind of interesting to point out, if you close the trunk, if you actually look at it, you can push the whole trunk down. So obviously there's really not the best seal here holding this tightly. It's just a little bit loose, but now look at that, it comes up nicely. Maybe the less weight even helped already. So now we're gonna take these out, just twist them slightly. We'll go ahead and pull these out and then take them upstairs. Now the cool thing about this modification, it's actually very, very cost effective. In fact, you can set your own budget on it. Now, like most people, I do have some money set aside for any type of repair with the Nismo. So here is the auto repair fund. Got a few nickels and dimes. Actually found this $10 bill the other day. So have a little bit of a fund here. One thing kind of interesting though, the modification fund for the car is a lot larger than the repair fund, which you guys will actually see in an upcoming video with something very cool coming for the Z. So we're gonna go ahead and just dig out all the pennies. Hopefully 6 of them will do. So this is a very, very cost-effective upgrade for the vehicle, and hopefully it actually works. So the whole goal with this upgrade, we're gonna take this spring and just pop off this rubber cover to expose the spring that's on the inside. So it's really just a rubber little piece. This is just a spring. And then this is really just like a shock boot for it. And then we can just pop that off. There's a little grease in there to hold it, so I guess it doesn't slip or something. So I'll put this thing back in, make sure it falls right side up. All right, so with that back in there, you can see everything there. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll just start with 2 pennies. Basically, they're just gonna go flat right in the bottom. And you know what, I'll just go ahead and do 3. So with the 3 pennies in there, it's really just a spacer. So then with this back together, you have to pinch it, of course, to make this hook back together. But now you would think the spring is going to be a lot stronger and hopefully help push the trunk up a little bit better. All right, so that worked a little bit better. So actually going ahead and pushing this all the way in, locking that thing, and then using your thumb, you have a lot more leverage like this to squeeze it tight. But that little shock boot should stay pretty nicely. We'll just make sure it's looking good. All right, so now we'll do the other side. Now, since I've already had the weight out, I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it out, and we'll go ahead and put the little plastic piece back together. And I don't think there should be any rattling now. I think that stiffness of the spring should really do a good job making this tight rather than a little bit wobbly like it is in the stock form. And one thing I did notice once I took the weight out, it is a little bit harder to close the trunk, but it's pretty easy to close the trunk regardless. So it's not really a needed weight. I don't think Nissan really needed to waste the time in that kind of development. So I'm not gonna get my hopes up yet, but in theory, when I go to press the button, it should just open the first time, just enough to where it doesn't hit that latch anymore. However, when I first did it with the weight, it worked for a whole day and then back to not working. So we'll give it a shot, see what happens. Go ahead and get ready to press the button. Wow. So that obviously popped up quite a lot. You can look at these little springs. It doesn't look any different than before. The little boot's staying on nicely. So that is pretty cool so far. No harder to close it. Seems like it latches nicely. So we'll try it again. All right, so I think that might have worked. 6 cents to fix the car. The one and only thing that absolutely bugged me about this car was that trunk. I had mentioned in my video how I always put my lunchbox in the trunk every single day, and so many people said, why not just put it in here with me? Well, honestly, it takes like 2 hands to get in and out of the car. It's not the easiest seat to get into, and there's not much room here. So it kind of, not the easiest car to get in and out of. So with a lunchbox that literally is like over a foot tall and 15 pounds or so, it's kind of hard to do that. So the trunk is so much more convenient for me. And then of course, if I did have my lunchbox here, getting out of the car, you have to step out, not much space to move. So it's really not that easy to do that. The trunk, I'm gonna use it. There's a trunk in the car. Look at that is amazing. My trunk is finally working. So here is the lunchbox that I keep talking about in all my videos whenever I talk about the trunk. So I mean, it's, 2 feet tall, which is bigger than the entire window. So needless to say, it's annoying when I have to actually bring it in through that way. But yeah, look at that. Lunchbox, nice, safe and sound. Wow. The littlest things are the best things about cars. Look at that. Well, everybody, that is a quick video finally showing you how to fix your trunk on your 350Z or your 370Z. Seems like quite a lot of Z owners have the same issue, and if you use your trunk every single day like I do, most cases when I drive the car and I'm not on the bike, I'm in and out of it 4 times a day. So that is Really nice that it solved, 6 cents. Cannot beat that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to give it a huge thumbs up, smash the subscribe button down below. I mentioned earlier how the car part fund is quite a lot larger than the repair fund. I said something is coming. Something pretty sweet is coming for the car. I spent a lot of money on them. You guys are gonna really like it. I know I'm really pumped about the next mod for this car. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see you all next video.